Hello, welcome everyone to the Virtual Goddess Channeling and Alignment Circle. It's wonderful to gather together today. We are on the brink of the spring equinox, and we'll be working today with the Galactic Magdalenes. So the Magdalenes are a lineage of beings of light, and they have origins in other star systems, such as Venus and Syrian. So in this transmission, we will be connecting with star beings that are coming forth today to work with us. And of course, we work with Mary Magdalene, who is the divine feminine expression that we so love and adore. And she has been an amazing ascended being of light to work with, because she has a very powerful incarnation on this planet. So she has experienced this planet in many different ways. And so she is absolutely offering us guidance in these times of that where we're experiencing a lot of upheaval, a lot of discord. And so she's really coming forth to assist us to come into alignment, no matter what is occurring in the outer world. That's always the message. Coming into alignment, coming into a state of surrender, no matter what's occurring. So let's just take a deep breath and welcome that vibration, this lineage of Magdalenes, into our container. So we're just going to create this sacred container to begin. And so just close your eyes and breathe. Take deep breaths. And feel that inner space. And focus on your heart. And then from that place, we create that an anchor. Our body is anchored into the ascended vibration of Gaia, the ascended earth. So this is a dimension. As we know, Gaia vibrates in different dimensions. And so we are choosing, consciously choosing to anchor ourselves into the ascended vibration of Gaia. And then we create a column of light from the base of our spine all the way to the core of the earth. And breathe into that connection and say hello to the ascended Gaia. The moment you anchor yourself into that crystalline grid at the core of the earth, say hello to Gaia. And she immediately responds with her vibration, rising up through all the layers of the earth, through this column of light that connects you to her core. And then you receive that pure vibration into your body, and you can visualize it as a diamond white light rising up from the core of the earth into your body, anchoring your whole being into the core of the earth. And this is your purity. So in this work, you're tapping into your own innocence and purity today. That part of you that's untouched, that part of you that's immortal, that part of you that's pure consciousness. So we're tapping into that who we are. So just receive that purity, that freshness, the infinite field of possibility, that newness, freshness. And just receive it into every cell of your body. And then Mary Magdalene is coming forth powerfully. And she's anointing us with the lineage of the Magdalenes. So just allow yourself to receive. And the crown of your head opens, gently opening like petals of a flower, the crown of your head. And you just allow this column of light, this blessing from the Magdalene lineage to come forth and be absorbed into your system if you choose. And you're here because you're part of this lineage. And that's why this transmission was appealing for you. So you have that lineage inside of you. And you were called to join in today to receive these activations and this support. It's nourishment and support. So that you continue to vibrate in alignment with the inner presence. So that this beautiful golden light is coming forth, entering in through the crown of the head, and merging with this earth energy, the diamond white earth energy. And you can see it like a beautiful platinum vibration emanating from your heart, illuminating the inner field. There is such a lightness. When we open to these vibrations, it creates a lightness inside of us. And that density, any kind of density, is released into the earth. So we're breathing in light and we're just breathing out any kind of density that we're ready to let go of, any fear, any confusion. Just allowing ourselves to release into the earth. And we're just receiving a crown chakra, crown and third eye cleansing and clearing with this golden light so that our perceptions are purified. So just allowing yourself to receive this beautiful golden light from Mary Magdalene. And receive this light language transmission, because we're calibrating the circle to so that we can, again, we're creating this sacred container so that we can receive the activations from a place of alignment. Sono ona anai nai inichina kara ona anai nai. Sono ko o sukuaha kanai. So within the earth, throughout Magdalene's incarnation, she and the Christ were seeding these activations that were held within the earth for the time that we're living now. So it's what's happening is this fusion of the galactic vibrations, the galactic energy streams, the oneness, the expansiveness is becoming embodied in this ascension process. So there's different anchor points within the earth where we can tap into these ascended frequencies of light. And then in that way, we are assisting in anchoring the ascended vibration onto the planet. And from within the planet. So again, we're coming into alignment with these frequencies of light. And then also receiving these activations. So just relax and receive as we continue to deepen in our alignment with this light language transmission. Choko ono ha'anai, soko o sokoroa anai nai, sonokoroa ha'anai nai, chonokoro usuko oaha, saki I chiknoko o sokoroa ha, askini shinokora onoaha. There have been many shocking experiences since the beginning of this year, 2022. There have been great upheaval and shocking incidents. But at the same time, there is a positioning that is occurring as well. And so then we can observe these things in our own lives. Many of us have spoken of where we had a certain plan about how things were going to go, and everything just very quickly unraveled and then came back together in a new way. So we can experience this in the microcosm and the macrocosm, in our individual lives, and then we also see this occurring in the world. And many times we experience beautiful growth with joy and ecstasy and light and freedom. And we have those experiences, but then we also have experiences of great struggle, where when we're in the midst of this repositioning, we're in the midst of unraveling, and some of these unravelings can be very unexpected. There might be an incident that suddenly occurs, and also that leads to just a complete shift in our path, in our trajectory, in our perspective. And so we're being asked to, first of all, we're being acknowledged about the great skill that many of us are demonstrating in being able to shift in these accelerated unravelings and repositionings. That we have, many of us have attained great skill through through all the work that we've been doing through the latest months, through the latest years, in really being able to trust and come into alignment in the midst of chaos, in the midst of what appears to be confusion, in the midst of destruction, which is part of creation. And that all of these, and then we also have experiences in our lives at this point where we have come through the other side, and we can see how we've grown, how we've become strong, how we've cultivated new skills, how we've learned how to do things that we didn't think we could do in the past. All of a sudden, things that used to be very challenging come forth with ease. So we learn through sometimes it's the best thing that we need to learn through struggle, to learn through challenges, to learn through experiences where we have to claim who we are and claim and know that we are worthy, and let go of any perception that's telling us that we are unworthy, that we're not good enough, or that everything is lost, or the temptation, the tendency to fall into despair or hopelessness. We're letting go of all of those kinds of patterns and tendencies, and learning how to simply come into alignment. When everything starts to shift, when everything starts to unravel, we come into alignment. And this is a great skill. And that is grace. And it is the experience of being held from inside of you, this divine support. So we're going to expand. We're going to be receiving a deeper activation of this way of being, this way of responding to events in our lives and events that are occurring in the world around us, this way of responding, that it is a default position to come into alignment and trust. We've had experiences where we've gone into great confusion and overwhelm, and we have been guided through those experiences to deepen into love, to deepen into alignment, to deepen into union. So we're very aware that this is part of the process. This emptying, this unraveling. Expansion and contraction. This is the way that this is how the creative life force of the universe expresses. And each of us are an expression of the creative life force of the universe. Each of us have the entire universe inside of us that we have access to. So we are really learning in this body, as we're embodied, we are learning how to go with that flow of the expansion and the contraction of the creative life force. So let's take a deep breath and then let go. Again, breathe in deep into the heart. And let go. Breathing in clarity. Letting go of confusion and fear. Breathing in strength. Just letting go of doubt, Breathe in. And breathe out. Oskoro a na ina shinoko choskoro sunokoro aha. Om mata Magdalena Jagadamba Magdalena sono ono a na ini chinakara ai chikono sunokorwa. Ainai inai chino sono aha. Hanai inai koro kura ainai chikichikono osukorwa ainai. Ainai chinakara ai chikichikono sono aha. Hanai inai. And again, we're receiving a blessing through the crown of the head. And this is a ruby red coming forth, again, moving into the third eye, the center of the head, the pineal gland. Just allow that ruby red fire to move through. It's a purifying flame that's moving through the third eye, purifying our perceptions. Hanai nai koro o sokowa hanai ushkorwa. And it's moving into the throat, flushing through the throat. Again, purifying all of our communication. Detachment. We're learning more and more about detachment. Letting go of expectations. And resilience, really learning how to, again, stay with the process, stay with the transformation, because once we move through a certain aspect of the transformation, it's like we're coming up for a breath, and then we go right back into a new phase of transformation. So again, being able to ride that wave with trust and grace. And emptying ideology, emptying beliefs, emptying the conditioning of our society about what's right and what's wrong. Neutralizing strong opinions about the way things are supposed to be, moral beliefs about how it's like this is part of the resistance. This is part of how we resist transformation, is that we have absorbed certain ideologies about the way things are supposed to be. And the way that just letting go, again, of the way that things are supposed to be, because we really have no idea. We're just being called to let go of our preconceptions, emptying, so that we create space so that we can receive the new earth. And most of our suffering at this time has been about the delusion of wanting to be what we are not. Thinking that we should have manifested this or manifested that, or I should be this way, or our society should be that way. And that creates so much suffering, because then we're not able to be with what is. So again, this activation is really assisting us to move into very profound acceptance, and to just deepen so profoundly into our union with the inner divine self. Sono onwa ana ine shnokoro usuko aine skina shinakira h kira chikuchukonwa suskoro sonokoa anai. Again, pulling back projections and coming into alignment, deepening into union. Skono shinokoro usuko anai. Just feeling like this lightness coming forth, freedom. And that's what space is. It's this creation of space and freedom inside. And that is the true freedom. So again, this beautiful diamond white light is rising up from the core of the earth, in through the root chakra, in through the soles of your feet, rising up through the energy channels, moving through the energy centers of the spine, rising up into the heart, into the throat, and then receiving the cosmic light coming in through the crown of the head, receiving more light, emptying, letting go, and then receiving more and more light, more and more light. And you really you just feel yourself to be a transmitter of divine energy, a conduit, free of the burden of ideology, the burden of trying to be what you think you're supposed to be, and being who you are, becoming who you are in freedom. Divine expression. In deep breaths. And so now we're opening to some galactic activations. The Syrian ray, it's a blue ray. And this is a divine feminine goddess stargate, the Syrian goddess stargate. And so, and it's coming forth as a blue ray. So just allow that blue ray to come forth and receive into your system, into the inner quantum field. And this is assisting you to experience yourself as multidimensional. It's multi-dimensional being of light, incarnated. You're a being of light incarnate. So the more we empty ourselves, the more we become empty, 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 the more we can receive. And it's a way of receiving that the mind is not obstructing. So this is a new way of receiving. Through pure light, through energy, through vibration. It's not a mental thing it's not anything that you have to believe in. It's nothing that you have to accept. It's nothing that you even have to understand. It's an experience of allowing and opening. This blue ray of freedom and space. And then we're going to receive the emerald ray, Shako Onua resonance. Archangel Raphael is coming forth. And this is specifically for healing. Not woundings of the past. To complete those cycles of wounding. And so we're just receiving this emerald ray. And this emerald ray is just filled with this, what they call veriditas, the greening. So this green, it is the greening of nature. It's the green of life, of freshness, of growth, lushness, moist. It's the greening of the physical incarnation. So just allow yourself to receive that in every cell of your body. This is an upgrade, a cellular upgrade. So just allowing that green to move in through the crown of the head, into the brain, and you visualize this green. And it can be all different facets of green. Golden green, emerald green, deep forest green. Sea green. So just allow all these different layers of this green ray to come into your system and go to exactly where it is you need it in your system to replenish, revitalize, restore, and letting go of like any of those feelings of just having been through a lot. We've been through a lot. So we're letting go and we're celebrating and receiving this rejuvenation, this revitalization, this blossoming inside of us. Fresh new eyes, fresh new ways of seeing. The greening power of the heart. Illuminating your inner being. And then again, continue to receive from the inner earth, the diamond white light rising up and infusing the green light with magic, the magic of Gaia. All the elements are coming forth again to refresh and revitalize your physical being. So all the elements are rising up from the earth, the fire, the water, the air, the earth, replenishing, revitalizing every cell of your body with light. It's fresh, it's lush, it's divine. And this light will continue to rejuvenate and revitalize us. So we focus on this light within, in our alignment, and this light feeds us and nourishes us. And you can see it moving through your heart. Letting go of fear, letting go of doubt. Breathing in trust. Experiencing grace. So even if there's struggle in our daily life, that we tap into this grace, we tap into this light, we tap into this clarity in the midst of the struggle. The clarity is what dominates, the trust is what dominates. We anchor ourselves in trust and surrender to the inner presence. And then from that place, we experience our daily life and the world around us. Sonokoro onoa anai ini chinakara e chiki chiku soko suaha nai. Continue to receive the green ray. And then now we're receiving a blessing from the Venus beings of light. And this is a rainbow ray. And this is the vibration of your self-realization, your signature essence, your unique path. So just allowing yourself to receive support and clarity, inspiration for what is unique for you. What is it that you are creating? What is it? What is the vibration that you want to experience? Contentment, fulfillment, bliss. Just calling forth those divine qualities that are yours to be, do, and have for the rest of this incarnation. Your signature essence. Just allowing this beautiful rainbow light to saturate the brain, all the neural pathways of the brain, and the back of the head. Be aware of the base of the skull, receiving this rainbow ray. Just really bring the base of the skull into your awareness, because your essence, the deeper experience of your own essence is being activated in this now moment. So just breathe into that area, the base of the skull, and visualize the rainbow light. And then you can see that rainbow light moving through the spine, through all the energy centers of the body, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, and the root. And just see the inner field illuminated with rainbow light. And then be aware of your grounding. So all of these frequencies are being anchored inside of you. The blue ray, the emerald ray, and the rainbow ray. These galactic frequencies of light are being anchored inside your being so that you have access to these new frequencies that will revitalize and rejuvenate you endlessly. It's an inner wellspring that will continuously be nourishing you, activating you, and revitalizing you from inside of you. So that's where we go to be fed and to be nourished. The inner illumination. So just experience that. Inner illumination. It's creating such a spaciousness inside. And receive this light language transmission to integrate. And so like this vibration, these frequencies can move through your system with no obstruction. Again, you're a conduit of the divine frequency of light. All the work you've done is truly coming into this glorious expression of light, this glorious illumination inside of you that just is. Vibrating ceaselessly inside of you and emanating from your heart out into the world around you. You are a divine expression of light, incarnate. Okay, and so now we're going to be aware of the sacral chakra and grounding that area of the body, your creative life force grounded into Gaia. Take a deep breath and let go. You're receiving a healing from Mary Magdalene in the reproductive organs and the womb area of the body. And this is the area that generates this creative life force frequency. So it's being cleared and cleansed and grounded, upgraded. Just letting go of so much separation, frequencies of separation are just falling off. very, very, in a way that is just filled with grace. You know, centuries of abuse, centuries of fear, centuries of the delusion of being separate from the divine, just letting go. You no longer need to carry this. You no longer need to process it. Just letting go fully and completely. And again, grounding. Anchoring into the ascended Gaia, the core of the earth. And then this frequency of gold coming forth from the core of the earth into the womb area. The sacral chakra. And just allowing yourself to receive that gold, Gaia gold. Is being absorbed. Deep breath. It's freedom. It's pure freedom. Take deep breaths. And then as we complete this transmission, we're going to be receiving the platinum ray of light from the Sophia Christ. And this light, this platinum ray, is sealing out all that we've released and installing all of the activations are being sealed in. And all that we're completing is being included into the Akashic records, included back into the oneness. And there is a connection that's being made between the third eye and the base of the skull. There's more awareness of that area, and you will be receiving more revelations in the days to come. And it will really be affecting, you know, the activation of this. It's like a high throat chakra that is going to be affecting your expression, your creative expression in your daily life, the way that you express your own divinity as a being of light incarnate. And just feeling that lightness, really enjoy this fresh quality of this activation, the lightness, the freedom, the spaciousness, and the detachment and neutrality. And the laser focus on the inner divinity. And Mary Magdalene is with us. The lineage of the Galactic Magdalenes is installed inside of us. Again, we have access to these frequencies at any moment. We only become aware of that presence, and we have access to these frequencies of light. Access to the unceasing inner wellspring of divine love. Offering gratitude to the beings of light that have come forth, to the ascended Gaia, and to the Sophia Christ. Align with the divinity that is you.